and your collaborators are hereby sentenced to death.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 satisfying deaths of hated video game characters. For this list, we'll be looking at the demises of video game characters we were more than happy to witness. And in case it wasn't clear, a major spoiler warning is in effect. Which fictional death made you cheer? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Rafe Adler, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End.
I don't know how you scammed your way in here, but if you think about bidding on Avery's Cross, I can tell you exactly how you're going to be leaving in a goddamn body.
While each villain in the Uncharted series brings their own brand of despicable, this unproven rich kid takes the cake. He clearly isn't smart enough to compete with the wits of the Drake brothers, so he hires mercenary group Shoreline to make up for it. In fact, he usually uses his wealth as a crutch throughout the game.
Thing about mercenaries, Nadine, their loyalty, it's bought. It's not earned.
And he's constantly shown to be uncaring towards his allies, no matter who they are at the time. So, seeing his desire be the death of him was a fitting end for the character. After refusing to abandon the fight while in a burning pirate ship, Rafe is crushed by the very treasure he sought. Delicious.
It's all yours.
Number 9. Uberto Alberti, Assassin's Creed 2.
Of course not. Ever innocent. How convenient. At least now we see how far your reach extends, which is to say, nowhere at all.
Although he's far from the central antagonist in the game, Uberto Alberti became one of the franchise's most hated characters in just a few key scenes. Once a friend and advisor to nobleman Giovanni Auditore, Uberto betrayed his friend for the Templar on the promises of his own family's well-being.
You and your collaborators are hereby sentenced to death.
And just before he hangs Giovanni along with two of his sons, he acts as the ally and ensures protagonist Ezio that everything will be okay. But his two-facedness is soon rewarded in blood. After teaming up with the assassins, Ezio gets to take a hidden blade to Uberto's chest multiple times. Sweet, sweet vengeance.
You would have done the same to save the ones you love.
Yes, I would. And I have.
Number 8. General Shepard, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Good. That's one less loose end.
The sting of betrayal rears its ugly head again, but unlike Uberto, General Shepard took a lot longer to reveal his evil ways. As the leader of Task Force 141, Shepard seemed like someone we could trust. And with everything else going on with Russian terrorist Vladimir Makarov, this twist caught us completely off guard. After a dangerous mission to Makarov's safe house, Shepard murders Ghost and Roach in cold blood. Naturally, this made him enemy number 1. During the game's climax and a particularly bloody standoff, Price and Soap catch up to Shepard, and in one valiant act, Soap pulls Shepard's knife from his chest and throws it into the General's eye. Number 7. The Calypso Twins, Borderlands 3.
Ow, Troy! Look what they left for us!
Thanks for doing all the hard work. Man, you vault thieves only think with your trigger fingers, huh?
Keep this up and I'll be a god for real!
Perhaps the Calypso Twins are meant to be a statement about the dangers of over-the-top content creators who easily sway the emotions of cultist-like followers. That doesn't really matter though, as they're completely obnoxious centers of attention we couldn't wait to take down. In their quest for the Great Vault, the Calypso Twins steal Lilith's powers, kill Maya, and cause general calamity, all while using every opportunity to increase their clout.
But hey, if that siren thing ever works out for you...
While the nature of Troy's death isn't remarkable, it's still satisfying to put him down. Big Bad Tyreen, however, merges with the Destroyer to become a monster, and unloading your arsenal into her, seeing her turn to ash and Lilith regain her powers is as satisfying an end as we could ask for. Number 6. Ramon Salazar, Resident Evil 4.
I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
Capcom's Resident Evil series is filled with loathsome characters, though this Napoleonic nobleman definitely stepped on our patience. Even before Leon Kennedy's arrival in Spain, Salazar committed more than a few acts to earn some hatred. Under the orders of Los Illuminados cult leader Osman Sadler, Salazar hired villagers to excavate ruins housing Las Plagas parasites, who then became infected.
Surely you don't think I'm the same as those diminutive ganados. The parasites, las plagas, are slaves to my will.
He also helped kidnap the president's daughter to help infect the rest of the world. That's all pretty evil, but his tendency to taunt Leon and set traps, including a giant statue of himself, just added fuel to the fire. When he became a monster and we subsequently got to dispose of him, it was pure bliss. Number 5. Zeus, God of War 3.
Your obsession with this thing has become somewhat of a nuisance, my son. Release the girl, Zeus!
Despite what Disney might have you believe, Zeus is one bad dude, and Sony's Santa Monica's trilogy definitely showcased his worst aspects. Although an ally in the first game, Zeus gave in to his darkest fears and paranoia by killing his son Kratos.
Everything you have ever known, Kratos, will now suffer because of your sacrilege. You will never be the ruler of Olympus.
Too bad for him, Kratos' persistence for vengeance knows no equal, and after escaping from the underworld twice and defeating a horde of Greek gods, he was finally given a chance to quench his bloodlust. The final fight is as epic as it gets, and impaling Zeus with the same sword he used on Kratos is supremely poetic. The POV finale is the extra juicy cherry on top. Number 4. Officer Tenpenny, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
I'll take that, Hernandez.
Hey, that's my paper, man. That's money.
This is drug money.
It's almost a requirement for most GTA characters to be hated, but Officer Tenpenny is on a whole other level. This corrupt cop is constantly forcing Los Santos residents into terrible situations. This is especially true of protagonist CJ, who has evidence planted on him linking to an officer's murder and is forced to kill witnesses to Tenpenny's crooked dealings.
Welcome home, Carl. Glad to be back. You haven't forgotten about us, have you, boy?
That's not to mention how he fuels gang-on-gang violence and drug use in the community. So, when it came time to chase him down, the anticipation was almost too much to handle. During a climactic riot, Tenpenny drives off an overpass. Seeing him die slowly as he calls out to other officers is just the pitiful end this character deserves.
I took the trash out. I did. And I do it all again.
Number 3. Irene Engel, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Only the degenerate rats of the slum admire you. The filthy dregs, festering in the ghetto. But once they see you, this will change.
She may have played second fiddle to Deathshed in the first game, but Irene Engel proved herself to be the bigger horror in the follow-up. This Nazi lieutenant general comes at BJ's band of rebels with everything she has. In just one scene, she decapitates one ally, maims another, and viciously berates her overweight daughter for being a disgrace to her race.
Zwing mich nicht, zwischen dir und meiner Überzeugung zu wählen.
At every opportunity, she takes maniacal glee in the pain she puts you through, which is both deplorable yet engaging. And if she didn't, her end wouldn't be so satisfying. After thinking she's won, BJ and Co. surprise her on live TV with a hatchet to the face. Her violent and public demise makes BJ's message to the world all the more chilling.
We show those that sow the wind that we are the whirlwind.
Number 2. David, The Last of Us.
Name's David. This here's my friend James. We're from a larger group. Women, children. We're all very, very hungry.
Ah, David. We so badly wanted to trust your kindly stranger demeanor. Despite most people in this clicker-filled world being rotten, Nolan North's soft-spoken delivery and the fact that you face a challenging horde together made us think David could be an ally. Unfortunately for Ellie, that wasn't the case.
Relax. Keeping you alive here. There you go.
With an army of cannibals behind him, it wasn't long before David had Ellie in his clutches. But he had something a bit more special for Ellie in mind than turning her into food. A cannibal with a fetish for young children is a pretty vile combination. So it was with great delight that we watched Ellie escape, only to drive David's own machete into his face over and over again.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Edgar Ross, Red Dead Redemption.
Your wife and son are doing well. Let's both try to ensure things stay that way.
Red Dead 2's Micah Bell comes close, but there's no topping Ross. A government official with no love for his people and a thirst for power is bound to lead to disaster. At least, it does for John Marston. Ross kidnaps John's family in order to force him into bringing members of his old gang to justice. Through their interactions, Ross is condescending, uncaring, and in immediate need of a punch to the face. But then he goes back on their deal and kills John after letting him reunite with his family. John being used as a pawn, only to not get the happy ending, catapulted Ross into video game infamy. Luckily, the epilogue rewards John's son with a duel, and it's the perfect ending to a detestable character.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.